comes a moment in your life when you're in a doctor's office and he or she gives you a diagnosis, which is serious. And the first question a normal person asks, doctor, is there anything that can be done? Is there a drug? Is there a surgery? Is there some medical device that can save the life of my child or my wife or someone I dearly love? And you pray to God the answer is yes. We're fortunate because at this moment in history, there's something we can do about this. The only way you get that kind of answer, reassuring answer, is if we continue to press forward in the area of medical research and continue to look for the next challenge and the next cure. It doesn't happen automatically. It happens because of a lot of inspired people. And many of them are sitting at the table here. I'm going to ask you about that inspiration, what brought you to this field. And it also happens because we happen to have, I say, without any reservation, the leading biomedical research agency in the world today, the National Institutes of Health. And luckily, we spend about $30 billion a year as a nation making certain that we are awarding money through grants all across the United States to look for those cures. And it isn't just the NIH, it's CDC, Center for Disease Control, Department of Defense, Veterans Administration. They're all focusing this money into medical research. I'm worried about it because we're not keeping up. We used to, I still think we lead the world, but our lead is diminishing. China and others, Europe and others, we're coming into medical research with more intensity and more determination. And we shouldn't really sit back and rest on our laurels. That's why I introduced the American Cures Act. I sat down with Dr. Francis Collins. I hope you know the name. This is this amazing, almost legendary man who took on the job of mapping the human genome. And after, I'll talk about it in speech a little later on, after successfully completing this, he proceeded to head up the National Institutes of Health. And when I met with him, I said, what will it take for the United States to regain its lead in the world? He said, we need to increase funding at the NIH, a real increase of 5% a year for 10 years. Then, he said, people will have confidence that we're committed and will engage in the research that'll pay for itself and alleviate so much suffering